today we are tackling a topic called build confidence to thrive. This is a topic dear as well as close to my heart. You know, from childhood until my adulthood. And what I like about this topic is that, I mean, it has no age restrictions. Actually, it's relevant from birth to old age home. Someone who is at the old age home would still find this topic relevant to them. So that's it's quite a powerful topic we are tackling today. It's not that we are presenting, but we are together tackling this topic as women, as girls in South Africa to say, okay, girls, how can we beef up our confidence here? How can we develop our confidence? Because I mean, we understand that for us to thrive in this man-dominated industry or world, we need to thrive, and for us to thrive, we need to work on our confidence. If you are unable to complete as we proceed, right? So I would like to start with this beautiful quote by Blake Lively, which says the most beautiful thing you can wear is confidence. You know, with us ladies, we like to look pretty. We like to be beautiful. We like to be gorgeous. We like to wear, you know, beautiful clothes. But today, this is really a powerful quote which says the most beautiful thing you can think of when you're thinking of like you know, of something to wear, it's confidence. So as we start this session, ladies, I would like to all of us to wear this confidence, you know, in terms of sharing our ideas, in terms of sharing our thoughts, in terms of asking questions or engaging with us. Right. We have 3 learning targets here. So these are the things that we want to achieve at the end of this session. Obviously, there would be continuous. That's why we say if they are learning targets or learning objectives. That is for you to review your sense of self. You know, having attended the session, we want you to review your sense of self, and if possible, consider you know, taking action if there is action that needs to be taken. We also want you to embrace a flowing sense of self. While I was talking alone, I actually elaborated on this embrace a flowing sense of self. However, I'm not going to unpack it at this stage because later on we will unpack it. Lastly, with the focus is on building your confidence to thrive. All right, so let's get on to this task where I'd like you to answer this very popular question: who am I really? Because I mean, I'm sure you are like me, where you find that you know who you are, you can say who you are, but at times, you know, you come across challenges that challenges you to ask yourself this question again: who am I really? You know, at times when you are doing things that you don't even understand yourself, and you like, okay, you pause and say, okay, who is this? Eh? So let's share or let's get to know each one another better. Later on, we will come back and have a peep. Right, let's go back to our presentation. Right here. Yeah. Okay. Right. Now, it's quite interesting to learn what you have mentioned about who you are, and some of the mentions there, they were based on what you do. And sometimes when people answer this question, they answer it based on what they hear people say about them or what they have. So it's on these three categories that they normally answer this question, which indicate some kind of insecurity. The question is, okay, what if, I mean, you don't have a job? What if you don't have something that will describe you? Remember, who I am, it's not what I have, is what I have is not me. What I wear is not me. What I earn is not me. Where I live is not me. I mean, who am I then? This is a deep question. Right. So I'm also happy to learn that there were people who were not, who were describing or who identify themselves with, not with tangible things, what they do or what people say about them, or what people say about them. Sometimes when you are young, they will tell you that you are smart, you are a brave kid, and you would carry that. It actually boosts your self-esteem, but it's actually something which is problematic if I describe myself or I identify myself with things that I am, that are not me, that I am not. Look at this. Look at this photo with Wordle. It's actually a Wordle photo. I am loyal. I am unique. I'm clever. I'm daring. I'm valuable. I'm trusting. I'm worthy. I'm tender. I'm able. These are really amazing, amazing expressions of one, to say, to describe or to identify with. Yeah, so let us move on to learn about these identity insecurities, or to demystify these identity securities by saying, what if we change the game here? What if we change the game here and we say, okay, we don't ask the question, who am I? Rather, we say, how would I like to experience my life? How about that? Think about it. If we are to replace who am I with how would I like to experience my life? What is the difference? Who would like to share what is the difference between between answering this question, who am I, and how would I like to experience my life? If it's okay with you, you can type in your response. Maybe you are shy to actually respond. It's fine. Right. I would wait for those responses. My colleagues would indicate if there are any responses with regards to this question. Right. Now, what we want to, I think the groundbreaking thing that we are bringing here in this session is that, identity is an ongoing process. Let me repeat it. Identity is an ongoing process. You even no matter how powerful you are, you would perhaps relate to this example I'm going to make, where one stage you liked, let me make an example of a chocolate. One moment you like a chocolate which is mint flavored, mint chocolate, anything minty, you like it. And later on, you find that, you know what, I no longer like mint chocolates. And whoever knows you and they say, okay, I know so and so, if I bring a mint chocolate, they will be over the moon because they like mint chocolate. You know, you change to liking whole nuts. Anything with nuts, you are crazy with nuts. It can be anything that that confirms that identity is an ongoing process. You, as a human, you are evolving. You keep on changing, and when you identify, or when you say, I know myself, this is who am I, this is my 5 list of who am I, and you stand by that. I mean, it's such a pity because you will live in that box without experimenting, you know, or without discovering up opportunities, you know, for you to grow even better or to be more successful than you are, because you have packaged yourself. Now, it's about embracing a flowing sense of self. By embracing is to be okay by, you know, by yourself changing to something different, is to be okay with yourself to love something else, is to be yourself. Actually, look for something new or to try something new. It is okay. You know, at times we are even scared to try new things because we would like, okay, what are people going to say? What if, like, let me just make an extreme example where you are now all of a sudden you want to be a biker. Imagine, and you would like, the very first person who would condemn you is yourself. You say, no, as much as it looks interesting, I'd like to try it out. It looks like, you know, you are free biking the mountains or anything, but sure, I'm scared of what people are going to say, or I'm scared of ABC, and you are limiting yourself. So we're saying embrace a flowing sense of self. You know, something that is flowing, it takes different directions, like, you know, the waterfall, like the river, you know, it flows to whatever direction. So we say embrace a flowing sense of self. Let me pause and check if we have any responses from our chat, or if we have any questions or comments to me when I was watching it. Share the let me share the link to the video, then they can watch it after the session, because it is a powerful video. Right. I'm trying to get to the meeting so that I share the link to the video. There you go. Right. Actually, the video. Can I ask you, Matapelo, to unpack it for us, because you have watched the video and I like how you unpack it.
I think the video tries to explain the difference between asking the question, who am I, and how would I like to experience my life. And And I think, as the comment in the chat box was sharing, that when you speak about who am I, you're putting a limit to defining who you are. So it is who you are at the current position, and it's not looking in any way to expand yourself in any way. Whereas, how would I like to experience my life speaks about what you are, speaks about where you come from, one, and where you come from then informs what you would like to experience moving forward. So when you have a bad background, for instance, and you are thinking, sheesh, I don't want to be in this space forever, you sort of look forward to what else can I grow into. And that naturally then expands you to other experiences, and then you'd respond in ways that you have never responded to because of your lack of experience in the previous state. I think it speaks to someone who may have experienced a great deal and may have been overwhelmed with different experiences, and their view of life may be different, and they would like to find more peace within life. And their view, looking forward, is, you know what, I would like to experience a life in a more peaceful and more reserved way. And that person obviously would be that view would be informed by where they come from. So I think the second question allows us to live in the current, carry our history with us, because it informs where we're going, and then allow ourselves to dream as far as possible.
I like it, Matapelo. So what we are saying is that from this video, it's the experience of answering this question or posing this question to ourselves. It becomes a liberating experience more than a rigid one, the traditional one of who am I. Right, so I would like to close our topic of who am I and open the new one, or pose this new question: how would you like to experience your life? Take a moment and think about it. What is it that you've been longing to do but scared? What is it that, you know it's something that you have interest of doing, but because, perhaps it's people who have already, described you, and, you allowed them. You live by how they describe you, or you have described yourself based on the experiences and the number of things that we have mentioned. So let's step out and think, how would I like to experience this amazing life? And then let's answer. Let's think about it and try to, anything that comes into your mind while you think about it, as we will again go to Mentimeter to respond, to this question. We responded. Now that we have this new perspective of defining ourselves, or trying to, it's not even trying to understand ourselves here. It's about exploration. We would like to share this quote by Marianne Williamson, which speaks about our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. It's right at the moment where we're thinking of, well, how would we like to experience life? And you know what? That thing that you've been, scared of, it's not because you are inadequate, but our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us. That's very powerful. So let us remember that it's not because we are inadequate, but we are powerful beyond measure. And we are capable to do, anything that we want to do. But of course, it is a process. Even the book that we use on Sunday, the Bible, it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So it is a possibility. I'm not like dreaming here when I say, I can, you can. So let's get on and ask and answer this question. It doesn't have to be right. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think if I am to share with you my weakness of stepping out sometimes is is a fear of imperfectionism. If I feel that my answer maybe it's not perfect, then I'm not going to share it. Or if I feel what I'm creating here is not perfect, then I would drag my feet to share or to use. But today we are saying, you know what? This world is beautiful, it's big, it's full of of so many things. So let's step out without fear and do anything. So how would you like to experience your life? Share with us. Here's the link. I would have to get out of the slideshow again so that I go back to our presentation. And this is the one. Sorry, I was supposed to share the link with you. You would take it here. Sorry, not the link, the code. Here's the code, 30508831. How would you like to experience your life? It doesn't have to be like everything that you want to experience. You can share just one thing or two or three. Or you can brainstorm with us. We're cool with that. The code again is 30508831. Right, so now, please allow me to exit this screen so that I can get to the presentation mode where I'm able to view if there are any responses. Okay.
So, Sisi, whilst you are busy trying to find the Mentimeter, we've got a comment in the chat, and perhaps I won't mention who the comment is from, but it says, "I am an ambitious and adventurous person. I know I can do anything. But you know, sometimes I just lack confidence of doing something because I fear that all eyes will be on me. And I don't really like that. I love singing, and I wish that one day I sing in church and lead the whole congregation.
Wow. I'm sure you're not the only one. I am certainly sure of that. And what is interesting about confidence is that you can be confident on something else and not in the other. I mean, even people that you look up to and people that you admire, there are areas of their life where they lack confidence or they are scared. So we will, I'm not, I don't want to respond now. We will park the question, and then I like to believe that it will be answered as we unpack the other slides. I don't know what is happening right now. I don't have any responses. They should appear here, but there are no responses as yet. Perhaps because of time, I'm going to move out of this slide and move on with the presentation, and we will come back and view your responses. And when we view your responses, we will perhaps also compare your responses from the question, who am I, versus responses of how you would like to experience your life. In fact, that's something that you can do for yourself, where you compare both your responses. Right. I'm going to move out of here. Right. So let us now look at, because this word, we've been saying it, I mean, from the onset when we started the session, confidence, confidence. The theme is about confidence. What is confidence? I like the idea, you know, at times, if I'm given a task of doing something or a talk or anything, at times it amazes me and inspires me to go and look for the definition of the word that I think I know. That's what has happened here. Confident is feeling or showing confidence in oneself or one's abilities or qualities. Feeling or showing certainty about something. Now, look at similar words that are used there. Self-assured, I like that one. Self-assured, you are sure, that is confidence. You are sure of oneself, which brings us to self-confident. There's also positive. To be positive is to be confident. Now, when you're positive, it doesn't mean that all is well, isn't it? Because at times we think that, you know, when it comes to confidence, it means I am sure. Not only I am sure, it's like I can predict that it's going to be okay. That is why I am confident. Many times, I mean, that's how we perceive this thing of confidence. When I am sure that it will go well, then I am confident. If there is a lack or there is a weakness, then, you know, then I'm not going there. You see, then that's when there is an element of low self-esteem. Right, so that is confidence. It's good to know, show off oneself. That's something that we need to develop. You know, it's not just comes. You know, it's developing, if I may say so. Right. So let's look at, or let's close our session by look at ingredients that we can use to build our self-confidence. I'm going to start with the very first one, which is, I'd like to think is the most important one out of all these ingredients. Please note that they are not in an order of priority. There is no like sequence anyhow, but this first one, take responsibility for yourself, is the most important ingredient. In fact, if that ingredient or if that element is not there, I think there's always gonna be a low self-esteem because that is lacking. Why? Because you are the only person who can make things happen. You can go to workshops, you can listen to people, anything can happen. But if you are not taking responsibility of yourself, you're not taking action, if I may put it that way, it's not going to happen. So take responsibility for yourself. Take responsibility for your happiness. Take responsibility of how you live your life. Take responsibility of your connections. Take charge of yourself because no one else would do. Study yourself. Observe yourself. Watch yourself. Watch your behavior. You are responsible for your everything that's happening. You are responsible. So that is the most important one. Then we move on to the second one. Begin to experiment with life. Even if you haven't started, that is why it says begin if you haven't started. But if you have started, oh yes, please, by all means, experiment with life. Try something new. Take yourself out alone, for dinner for one. Read a difficult book where you're like, okay, what's happening here? Challenge yourself. Teach yourself a new skill, something that is new. Like kids, let's go back to our childhood where a kid would want to open something because they want to discover. Develop an action plan and implement it. This is very important. It's fine, you can experiment, or you may want to experiment, or you may want to make changes. But if there is no plan, then it is a problem. So take a moment and think about, okay, what am I scared of? Like, here's a good example. We've got a good singer here, someone who can, like, you want to go and sing at the church, but you are scared. I hope you not be offended by using your example. You are scared. We have things that we are scared of. Or we have things that, we know that they are not so good about ourselves. What is that? What is it that you want to improve? Remember, you want to improve by your own standards, not by someone else's standards. And you know what? You can improve that. So what you need to do here is to firstly set yourself a little goal. That's very important. A little goal that you know what? This is possible for me to achieve. And then determine action steps that you would take to reach that particular goal. A very simple thing that you know what? If I do this, I would be able to achieve it. So start small. For example, if I may make an example here, I know that I've got a problem with my digestive system and I need to drink water. But I'm lazy to drink water, because I would have to go to the loo now and again and stuff. But I know when I drink water, I look bright, I glow, actually. Everything is fine, but I avoid it. So that's a little step You know, that's a little goal I can give myself to say, okay, what if before I eat, I drink water? What if before I do ABC, I take a glass of water and maybe reward myself if I have done so? So you have a plan, then you have the timeline, maybe for a week, observing myself, okay, how have I done for the week in terms of water? And then you implement the plan. What is important is every small step that you take. And that little step, that small step you take you will greatly boost confidence yakho. Right. And then we move on to stick with it. That's the difficult one. You can do it in 3 days and you're like, no, 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 no. It's not. Like you want to lose that fat and it's okay, I'm going to stop ama carbs for 3 days, and then day 4 or towards the weekend say, no, 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 it's not happening. Stick with it. When you take a new challenge, stick with it. And if it fails, you know, it's sometimes we do fail, but it doesn't mean we need to stop. Okay, so trust yourself that you can do it, no matter what the result. If you know you fall, pick yourself up and start again. Act as if, I'm telling you, if you wait until you have confidence to take action, you will never do it. I tell you. Act as if. So even if the confidence is not there, even if you are scared, because the main thing is the fear, you know, it's gonna be a mess, or people will say ABC. Don't wait for confidence. We are talking about developing confidence, but don't wait for it to take action. Lastly, find a mentor. That's the most important one as well. Find a mentor or a coach or a role model, someone that already has, you know, is portraying confidence continuously. You see what you know, this one is a risk taker. You even, like you say, you know, if I can be like so and so, I'll be something else. Get closer to that person. Look at how they're doing things, or ask them, how are you doing this? You would be surprised what they would tell you, because I have done the same. And, you know, it's quite amazing to have a mentor or a role model. Right. And if you don't have one, I would like to suggest that you do find a mentor. And what is interesting is that these people who are confident, they are happy to help, because they know and they remember the courage and effort it has taken for them to get where they are. So all means, I know what it is like. So they are willing to help you. Right. So now that it is out of the bag, no more excuses, you have the ingredients to develop your own confidence, to drive, go for it and start painting something full, adding one ingredient at a time.